everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with our Discord Dreamsnaps review video, and this time it's for the Critter Lair challenge. I'm so excited to get into this and look at the awesome submissions you've all come up with and see the different sort of creative ways that you have done this challenge. I'm really excited for the Critter Lair results. I actually want to compare to how well I did sort of last year on last year's challenge. I'm really excited to see how it does. I think it's going to be very, very hard for me to beat my score from last year, and looking at my submission, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to do it, to be honest. So I am excited for the results that we get on Wednesday. But for now, why don't we jump over to Discord, take a look at what you guys have come up with for this challenge, and yeah, just see the creative ways you've created your dream snaps. We are going to start off here with Madame Bernay's submission. I really love that you've used the latest companion for this dream snap. I think it's really cool that you've decided to go that route and sort of highlight the latest companion, because I think a lot of people won't have done that. So it's always nice to see different companions being used. What I really like about this snap is how you've got a lot of different companions. Not only do you have the turtle, you also have the fox there, you also have the scary squirrel. I can see the critter companion house to the left, and it looks like you've created this kind of Halloween spooky vibed dream snap or lair for your critters, and I love that your outfit matches the decor as well. I think that's wonderful. Next up, we have a submission from Pupstat and Luca, and I really love this one. I love that you've gone with the turtle idea. I think that's super cute. I love that we've got a Mickey cloud in the sky. I always love to see a Mickey cloud. I did see your comment about how you were originally going to try and showcase every critter in the game. I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think that's such a fun idea, but I definitely understand why it was chaotic. I can't imagine dealing with that many critters. I can barely manage with like 4 or 5. So dealing with every critter in the game would be a nightmare, I could imagine. So I love that, you know, Luca had that really creative idea, and that's fun. But I think either way, you've still done amazingly with this kind of like turtle, what do you call it, lair, yeah, this kind of like turtle housing area. I think it's super cute. I love all the decor. I love that, again, the outfit's kind of on theme because it's very beachy vibes. So I absolutely love this submission. Great job to both you and Luca. Next up, we have a submission from Strawberry Blonde, and you did mention that you only had like 15 minutes on this. Honestly, it stresses me out. The fact that you always leave it last minute, it stresses me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, how could you do that? I would be panicked, so panicked. But I love this. For a few minutes, I think you've done a really good job of setting up an area. You know, it's very in keeping for Zero. I love the kind of like Halloween theme of it all. I think it works very well, and I think the fog is kind of cool as well. I think it really adds to the atmosphere, kind of adds to those Halloween spooky vibes. So great job on that one. Up, we have a submission from Film Brat, and this is your first official post to the My Critters Lair challenge. This is really fun. I love this setup. I love that you've gone with the whole rockstar kind of vibes and theming. I think that works really well. Again, great use of the latest companion. I love that you've got the stage area set up behind you, but you've still got this kind of like dance floor area with what do you call it, the guitar and the microphone on it. Like you've got kind of like the drum kit and this sort of the stage curtains and everything in the backdrop. So I love this. I think the theming of this is perfect. Definitely the kind of lair that I think would be really fitting of this critter. I love the outfit. I think the outfit works really well with the critter too, and I love all the lighting. Honestly, adding those like fireflies to the scene works really well with all the lights. It just sort of enhances it all. Using these new items from the Star Path, honestly, great idea, great touch. And the multicolored flowers at the front, like the glowing ones, again, it works so well. Like just that color theming running through is really fun and really creative. So I think you've done amazingly with this setup. Next up, we have a submission from Winter Dragonfly, but this is for her dad's account. I love this. I think this is super good. I really, really like how you've gone with this. What are they called? Are they called the Whimsical Companions? I love the glow from them. I think it really adds to the kind of spooky vibe. I definitely used those in one of my previous, like my original Critters Lair. I used them as like kind of like spiritual pets and stuff. So I really like the vibes of this. Paired with the outfit matches it so nicely, and I love that you've gone for this haunted house. Again, the fog really adds to the ambience. I really like this. I think this is a super good submission. I definitely think everything is sort of on theme, works together. This definitely looks like somewhere I would expect to see a whimsical companion like this. Next up, we have a submission from October Rose, and I love all the pumpkins in this. It's so fun, so Halloweeny. I love that the sort of the character almost looks a bit kind of like magician-y, sorcery, kind of like that kind of vibes, I guess you could say, with like the outfit and the hat and stuff. Probably works well for this sort of scary squirrel companion. Definitely has those kind of like magical, whimsical Halloween vibes, which I like. I love that you've gone with this house, and we do have like the purple glow in the background, and those fireflies just adding magic to the scene as well. I think this is a really good submission. I like that we've got the companion house here too, and yeah, I think you've done really well with this. Next up, we have a couple of submissions from Amethyst Unicorn, which I believe have been done by your sister and your mum. I think that's what you said in your text. I love this first one. I think this is incredible. The purple glow is absolutely gorgeous. Your character looks really vibrant, very well lit up, which I really like. I love the outfit choice with the horns and the wings and the black dress. I think it goes together very nicely. And then you've got the raven companion on your arm, definitely giving Maleficent vibes. And I love this setup as well. All the pumpkins, these I forget what they're called, but these fountains that are sort of Nightmare Before Christmas themed, along with the scary castle in the background. I think it all works together very nicely. And then we have your next account, and I think this is a very fun and playful take on the challenge. I love that we've got like the cardboard cutouts, your characters in the Boo onesie. So definitely giving those kind of like Halloweeny, monstery kind of vibes. I just think it works together really nice in a fun and playful way. And then you've got your raccoon companion here, which is great to see in their little house and stuff like that. So I think this is a wonderful snap. Next up, we have the submission from Winter Dragonfly, and this is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. I don't know why, just the clock pieces work really well here. There's something kind of like magical feeling about them, if that makes sense. But I don't know, maybe it's just like the connection of like Cinderella and fairy tales, and also kind of thinking like labyrinth vibes, you know, the race against the clock. You know, there's just something kind of almost magical in that sense, which is very, very weird. I don't know why I'm making those associations, but that's kind of what I'm getting as I'm looking at this image. I love that you've used the water kind of like curtains, if that makes sense, those fountains that we get from the star path, paired along with this blinding light in the background, definitely adds to those magical vibes. And I love that we've got this kind of like purple theming at the bottom, with the kind of like foliage, the mushrooms, obviously your character's in purple, and we've got the scary squirrel companion, which is also purple. So it all flows together very nicely. It definitely feels like a nice natural area for this squirrel companion, so I think that's fantastic. Next up, we have a submission for my husband's account. So I went for the raccoon theme here. My husband absolutely adores raccoons, so where possible, I do try and make the snaps that I make on his account like feel correct for him, kind of in terms of theming, like what I imagine he might choose and do. And I figured that kind of like raccoons being his favorite animal, it would make sense that he would choose them as his favorite critter to create a lair for. I went with the kind of like the scary raccoon, if that makes sense, like the Halloween theme one, and I tried my best to replicate an outfit that was similar in colors. Now I couldn't do it exactly because we don't have like the bright orange tops and stuff like that, and we don't have like really beige kind of like bottoms, although I suppose I could have gone with the beige skirt. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But either way, I think I did okay-ish with this. I mean, I think in terms of setup, it definitely feels like a raccoon's lair, like in the back alleyway, with a bunch of trash and things like that. I didn't realise my husband was so far behind on his quests. I assumed he'd finished levelling up Mike and Sully. He has leveled them up, but he's not done the quests. So like, I keep looking for items on his account and they're not there because he hasn't done the questing. So I'm probably going to have to jump on his account at some point and do a bunch of questing to get those items, because I keep looking for them and then I'm like, wait, where are they? Where are they? But he doesn't have them yet, so that's why. But yeah, I think this is a snap that he would like at least, and I hope it does well in the voting. Next up, we have a submission from Cami, and we've got this gorgeous little setup for the Zero Fox companion. I love how you've done this zoomed in shot because you really get to see the kind of like the Zero Fox companion really nicely. So I really love that. It really kind of highlights the companion you're showing. We can see the Zero grave in the background. I love how you've decorated with like the thorny pillars and this fountain. We've got the like haunted tonics and stuff like that, and then we've got like a dish for the Zero Fox companion and the little windmill thing. So I think that kind of like works together nicely to show kind of like this is the companion space and things like that. And I love that you got this book here, like you're reading to him. It's so cute. So very nice work on this submission. Next up, we have a submission from Amy, and this is one of your accounts. You have got two. We're going to get onto the second one next. But I really, really like this. I love the green theming of this all, and I love the kind of like almost like reptilian vibes of it as well. Like we've got a couple of crocs here. We've got the snake. I love that we've got Hey Hey here, like he's going into the pot, ready for feeding the companions. But I love this. I love the vibes of this. Definitely giving kind of like evil lair vibes, which I think is great. I love that you've gone for the like Well of Souls. I think that works really great in this shot. I love how we've got like sort of the aliens and the monsters dotted around. Everything's just really in keeping, which I think is wonderful. And then next up we have your female avatar here, and I really like this. I like this setup with the like frogs really add into those kind of like witchy vibes. I love how you've done the makeup and the hair. I think that's absolutely wonderful, along with this Madame Leota table, really kind of giving into those witchy vibes. And then obviously the Well of Souls, the fountains, the Ursula cauldron, you know, all that really adds into it to kind of like work together. And it does look like you've used the latest water fountain item running behind here, which looks really cool. It adds a really nice kind of like almost like jagged effect. They look like spikes in a way, which I think is wonderful. And it does look like we've got the fiery raven companion here as well, which is lovely to see. I really like this. I love the vibes you've gone for with both of your submissions. I think they are very good. Next up, we have a submission from Bagelrina, and I absolutely love this Jack and Sally Nightmare Before Christmas inspired snap. I really love how you've managed to capture the moon here. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I love that we can see the glowing lights from the car here. We have the fountain in the background, the hill. We've got the sort of like haunted mansion, Halloween house. Even the Forgotten works well here as an extra person in the shot. Obviously, you've got Jack here, you've got your character, and then we have the Zero Fox companion. I think this all works very well together. It definitely looks like a Nightmare Before Christmas inspired scene. I love that you've gone with the green lighting as well. I think that works really nicely. Honestly, I think you've done a very impressive job with this shot. It's very bright and vibrant, but it's still got those nighttime dark kind of vibes, which we know you do absolutely excellently. So fantastic work on this submission. Next up, we have a submission from Madam Red, and I love this. I love the witchy vibes of this, like using the witch's cottage house, even the like Jafar's royal vizier kind of like table thing. I think works really well. In fact, a lot of the elements in this shot are kind of very similar to how I set up my witch's cottage, just in terms of sort of decor. So I think you've gone for those items that really complement each other and work very well, like the kind of items that I feel are natural with this kind of build, kind of expected and things like that. I think it all works together really well. I think great use of dropped items here in terms of sort of like materials, time bending items, even the blue like clothing bag and stuff like that. I think all the items just work together very wonderfully, along with the whimsical companion, which really feels at home in this magical kind of witch core setting. I love it. I think it all works together wonderfully, and you've created an awesome snap. Next up, we have a submission from Kyra, and this is gorgeous. I absolutely love the lighting in this. I don't know what filter you've gone for, but I really love the lighting here. I think it works wonderfully, and really just the way it kind of like highlights certain aspects and others. Like, I don't know, it just feels very high def. I really like this image. I think it's a really high quality one. I love the outfit choice, works perfectly with the Zero Fox companion. We've definitely got this kind of like magical vibe to the snap, especially using some of these Yzma items. I think it all works together in the scene perfectly, and using the backdrop of the sort of mountain in the Forgotten Lands again works wonderfully. It really adds to the scene. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I think you've done really well with this submission. I think all the items work together perfectly. I do. I really like this submission. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Definitely seems like the kind of area that I could see the Zero Fox companion in. So really great job on this submission. I think this is absolutely wonderful. Next up, we have a submission from Nina, and I really love this, the kind of glowing, magical, sort of whimsical vibes of this shot. I love that we've got this glow in amongst the trees, really highlighting the branches, the fawns, and things like that, paired with the mushrooms and everything like that. Like, there's a nice, cohesive purple vibe running through this shot, sort of paired with your character's outfit and hair color, the crystals, and like I said, just the general foliage, and of course the spooky castle in the background. I love that you got the raven here. I think the raven works really well in this setting. But then we also have some of the whimsical companions around, which again really adds to the whimsical vibe of everything. I think everything works together. This definitely looks like the kind of villainous Lair sort of, I've just said villainous lair because I'm reading your text. Critter's lair is what I meant to say. It definitely looks like a kind of like critters, like where I would expect these critters to feel at home kind of thing. I think it all works together wonderfully. Next up, we have a submission from Jolly, and I really, really like this Wizard of Oz inspired snap. I think that's so, so fun that you've done that. So we've got like this kind of like scary castle. We've got the red flowers to represent the poppies. You've gone for the golden sort of brick flooring for that yellow brick road. And I love that you've dressed your character up as a witch, and you've got the monkeys with you, which makes perfect sense. I love that you've gone for this Wizard of Oz inspired snap. The sun in the backdrop really adds a blinding kind of glow, which I think is just very, very fun to see. And even seeing like the little scarecrow here, yeah, it just all works really nicely together. I think this tells a story, and I love the story that it is telling. Next up, we have a submission from Luminil, and I have no words. I have no words. I mean, what are you meant to say to a shot like this? For one, we are definitely not playing the same game. The quality on this is so good. Like, look at that water. Look how smooth that is. Oh, it's just wonderful. But I love the green theming throughout this. I love the makeup choice on your character, the outfit. I love the backdrop that you've done. Merging this fencing with these kind of like potion bottle items is really cool, because it kind of like extends and enhances, almost like creating an evil grin. I love all the snake companions you've got dotted around. We've even got the Zero Fox companion, which is very cute. All the like incense just giving off that kind of like smoke and stuff like that is absolutely wonderful. The way your character's kind of like highlighted here as well. Honestly, this is a work of art. This is absolutely spectacular. I'm in awe. This is so well done. And I don't think I need to say good luck on your results. This has got to be a high ranking snap for sure. Very, very beautifully done. Next up, we have a submission from Sunny, and I love the purple like in this shot. I think it all works together beautifully. I really love like this kind of like trick of angles that you've done with these what are they called? Vine walls. Like, it almost looks like a maze in a sense, which I think is so fun. I love that we've got like just snippets of the cobwebs coming down from these trees. We've got the mushrooms, we've got like the glowing purple lights and all the purple bushes. I think it creates a really nice natural scene, certainly where I could imagine the ravens sort of living in this wooded sort of magical forest kind of lair. I do love how your character looks, the kind of like the black dress and the kind of like the wrist sleeve items, along with the hair and makeup choice is absolutely wonderful. I think it really makes your character very, very striking and eye-catching. And yeah, I think you've done wonderfully with this submission. I think this is fantastic. And then to round off this video, we have another submission from Sunny, and I love this kind of blinding glow, but this beautiful purple scene. So we've got the tops of the trees with like the purple furs. We also have all the mushrooms at this lower level. Your character dressed in sort of purple with the hair and the dress. Very elegant but very magical. The purple tangled rug, again, just kind of added in those purple colours. And then we have a few different critters here. We've got the scary squirrel. We also have a couple of bird companions flying around as well, which I think is wonderful. It definitely feels like a magical forest, and these feel like the animal residents of this magical forest, and I think it all works together very, very nicely. I can certainly picture these companions living in this space, and yeah, it's just a very, very beautiful shot. Okay, so there we have it. That's all the submissions from Discord. Well, it's not all, it's half of the submissions. I don't know why I said all. My head's just not working this morning. But that's the submissions that we have for the first half of the Discord Dream Snaps review video. You've all done absolutely amazingly with all the different critter companions. I love to see the different ways you've done all the setups for the companions, and it's just a wonderful joy to see. So thank you all so much for sharing your submissions in the Discord. If you do want to be featured in a video like this in the future, don't forget to join my Discord, share your Dream Snap in the Dream Snaps channel, and you should see your submission come up in the next week or weeks, depending on when you join and when you post. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked any of these submissions from these awesome Dreamlight Valley players and creators, then don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content. Thank you all so much for your time today. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!